Now, we can't talk about Fusion 360 without looking at what it can do from a manufacturing perspective. And I'm literally scraping the surface today because I'm not going to pretend to be, an all singing, all dancing, computer-aided manufacturing whiz kid. I can run a toolpath, I understand what that's doing, but I'm going to scrape the surface. But take it from me, the amount of functionality there's in here to allow you to generate anything from a simple toolpath like I'm doing today all the way to a multi-axis toolpath. Fusion 360 has the ability to do that for you, and that can be extended with separate subscriptions to allow you to do so much more, including machine simulation, to be able to see how the machine's moving around and what it's doing at any particular point in time, and checking for clashes and things like that. So with this file that we had open earlier on, we're going to go straight into our machining and manufacturing environment. We could create a setup. We don't need to do that inside of Fusion, but we could if we wanted to. I'm going to go straight in and create a 2D contour, selecting the geometry of this top face. If I hit OK, Fusion will then try and generate a toolpath for the outside and every single one of these holes. Might not be the best way of doing it, but this just shows you how quickly you could get started. I'm going to set my bottom to be the underside of the bottom, the bottom of the model, to make sure that the depth is correct. And then I'm going to go ahead and press OK. Fusion's going to ask me, what tool do you want to use? So for the purpose of this, I'm going to choose a milling tool, maybe a flat mill, and just 4 mil. Again, I'm not a CAM machinist, so please excuse my competence from this perspective, but we're going to choose a mill that's appropriate for the job, and Fusion will generate our toolpath. We can see the toolpath on our screen here. Let's just get into a bit more of an isometric view. Go ahead and click Simulate and press the play. And as you can see, the tool goes round and it's following that toolpath. At any time, I can speed up or slow down that simulation to get a bit more of a visual as to what's going on. I can hide the toolpath so it's a little bit more visual. I can choose to make the tool transparent. I can make it show me the program point to visualize that. And I can also start looking at showing the stock, so I can see things being removed and make it quite a nice visualization, which again is quite a nice thing to be able to do on the system here. This could then be exported straight out to G-code, so straight onto your CNC machines to be able to pick up and work through a post-processor. So it's got loads of support from all the top machines like you would expect, but the ability to model and then manufacture using that model and send the G-code straight out of Fusion to the machine. Again, it's quick and it's easy, and there's so many tips, tricks and tutorials out there on the web for you to follow along.